And we say good morning to you. Welcome. We are live at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City on this Wednesday. It's Hump Days. When it's Wednesday, it's Chick-Fil-A Day. That's where we are broadcasting live here on this Wednesday, December the 13th. Show number 653 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Very proud of that. As you see behind us, got a brand new backdrop as we told you we would, thanks to Cletus Green at Champion Chevrolet. Cletus built this for me, so pretty slick, pretty cool, and we appreciate it very much as we get ready for another show, and we're loaded for bear as always. Going to be joined coming up here in a little while from Jeremy Livesey from Movement Mortgage, talking about the NBA, see what's going on there, the National Basketball Association, of course, with kind of the hottest team in basketball right now, probably the Celtics and the Cavaliers and the Houston Rockets, and we'll talk to Jeremy about the NBA coming up here in a little while. Top of the hour, Greg Salyer. Lots going on in Major League Baseball. Won't steal his thunder, but it's a busy time. The winter meetings concluding tomorrow in Florida, and so lots of movement. Going to be even more so. Some of the guys we told you about yesterday on the show. Again, we were with you yesterday from Phil's Dream Pit, and some of the folks we told you about yesterday have cooled off. Some have been traded. A couple of players the clubs are with right now said we're going to keep them. So we'll bring you up to speed with Major League Baseball with Greg at the top of the hour. Also going to be joined a bit later on by Joe Vento from East Tennessee State. He covers the Buck sports for the Johnson City Press, and so Joe will be by to give us an update on Buck basketball, both guys and girls. I know the baseball schedule got released earlier in the week, so spring sports right around the corner, which is good. That means warmer temperatures. But again, as you are here in the Tri-Cities today, here in Northeast Tennessee, it is cold. But again, they're talking, 40s and 50s starting tomorrow, and warming up into the 40s and 50s, maybe even the 60s next week. So this is one of the beauties of living where we are. It's never too hot or too cold for too long, and so the cold weather is going to move out of here before it's all said and done, which is a good thing. It is a Wednesday, again, December the 13th. Birthdays today. Funny guy. Dick Van Dyke having a birthday today. 92 years old today for the Dick Van Dyke Show, and Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, some of the Disney classics. But Dick Van Dyke is 92. Christopher Plummer, 88 years old. Christopher, of course, the daddy and the Sound of Music. He's having a birthday, 88 today. John Davidson. Gosh, how many times I used to watch my grandmother. She had a crush on John Davidson when he would sing on the Johnny Carson show. John Davidson, birthday boy, 76 today. The guy that I could have killed him back in the day when I was jocking country music. John Anderson came out with a song called Just Swangin'. John Anderson having a birthday today, 63. Jody from Family Affair. Remember the TV show Buffy and Jody and Family Affair? Jody having a birthday, 58 today. And Taylor Swift having a birthday. If you care, singer Taylor Swift having a birthday, 28. Those are the birthdays again on this Wednesday, December the 13th, 2017. We dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross unashamedly. We do that. And so unashamedly we tell you that the verse of the day is Psalms 25, 8 and 9 says, I am good and upright. I will teach you to walk in my paths. Strive to be humble. I will guide you in justice and teach you my ways, which are mercy and truth. Let's do it again. I am good and upright. I will teach you to walk in my paths. Strive to be humble. I will guide you in justice and teach you my ways, which are mercy and truth. Psalms 25, 8 and 9. Excuse me, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So we say thanks for being with us. Again, a week from today, you or somebody's going to win 2 tickets to the Peach Bowl, sold-out Peach Bowl, Auburn and Central Florida. Great football matchup, New Year's Day at 12:30 in Atlanta. And so here's how you can enter. Place a mobile carryout order from this Chick-fil-A right here in North Johnson City, a catering order, including trays, plus other ways to enter found on Facebook and Instagram at CFA, Chick-fil-A obviously, CFAJC. And so we'll give it away next Wednesday at noon here on the show. Can't wait. So enter on Facebook or Instagram at CFAJC, or you can enter by placing a mobile carryout order or catering order, including trays, or other ways to enter found on Facebook and Instagram at CFAJC. All right? And you have, for me, on my show here, you have today and tomorrow to share and retweet this show. Every time you share and retweet it, you're automatically entered to win $100 cash. We'll stop that tomorrow and award the winner on Friday. We'll be at Food City in Blumpville. The winners will be announced then. $100 cash winner plus some other multiple prize winners. Every time you share or retweet equals 1 entry. There is no limit on the number of entries you can make, and so we will award somebody $100 cash on Friday. Might as well be you. So you see what you have to do to share the show, and you have been. As Tricia Newhouse, I believe, and Renee McNeil, they've been wearing it out, and there's some other folks too. So again, do that, and good luck, and we'll see if you can't win yourself $100 cash Friday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we are live at Food City in Johnson City at the Crossings. Again, at Tim Birchfield's store, and Connie and all the folks in here working hard. The drive-through is rocking and rolling as always, and lunchtime right around the corner here at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Don't forget, coming up today at Mike's Medicine Mart in Kingsport, ho, 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 Santa Claus will be there today from 2 till 6. The photo booth will be set up, and you can have your picture made with Santa Claus at Mike's Medicine Mart, one of our great sponsors here on the show. And so do not want to miss that. Santa at Mike's Medicine Mart today from 2 till 6. And so stop by there again at Center Street in Kingsport. We were on Monday, and have your picture taken with Santa from 2 until 6 o'clock today. There's a photo booth set up to have your picture made with old St. Nick. He's at Mike's Medicine Mart today from 2 until 6. We'll take our first break. We'll come right back, and we'll jump in and take a look at some college basketball from last night, some high school basketball. Busy night last night, and high school hoops, and we'll do that again coming up right after you hear this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 653. We're live at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings, North Johnson City on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Hello to James Horn. Hello to Kurt Stevenson. Good morning, fellers. Thank you for giving us a listen here on the show and a watch as we're here live at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Well, today be a good day for a little chicken noodle soup on a cold day like today. Any day is a good day to get some chicken noodle soup from Chick-fil-A. But again, that chicken tortilla soup's got a little kick to it, and a regular chicken noodle soup, it is available here at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. College basketball from last night, top 25 play. Cincinnati, the Bearcats, 25th in the country, run their record now to 8-2. Big win last night with the Bearcats at home. They defeat previously undefeated Mississippi State 65-50, 15-point win for the Bearcats in Cincinnati last night. Also, 15th ranked Seton Hall, the Pirates, run their record to 9-1 with a 84-61 23-point win over St. Peter's last night. The men's top 25 college play. Tonight, 2 games on tap. Brand new, recently elected number one, or not elected, but voted number one of the country. Villanova, the Wildcats at 10-0, will be playing at Temple tonight. 6-2 Owls will host the Wildcats tonight in Philadelphia. And also, 9th-ranked Texas A&M puts their 8-1 record on the line against Savannah State, a 3-8 team. That's tonight in men's top 25 college basketball. So, a couple of games going on there. Not a lot happening. A little bit later on, really tomorrow night, got some more games involving top 25 teams. Boys basketball from last night. From Northeast Tennessee, boys and girls. First off, it was on the boys' side, Sevier County beating Jeff County by 6. It was Dobbins Minute rolling over Elizabeth and yet to win a game, 73-44 the final in Kingsport. Chucky Doak beats Greenville by 6. Science Hill blows out Unicoi County 81-53. Keep an eye on the Hilltoppers, they can play. Sullivan South turns back north, 65-47. It was Sullivan East squeaking out a win in Churchill against Volunteers, 64-63. Also in boys basketball last night, it was Mr. Mac McClung, 47 points for Gate City last night. His future coach, that would be Patrick Ewing, in the stands from Georgetown to watch it as they blow out Lehigh 96-43. Mike McClung, 47 points for the Georgetown signee in front of his future coach. J.I. Burton beat Twin Valley 59-56. Those were action games last night in Southwest Virginia. Girls play. Let's see who played last night, who won on the girls side of things. Jefferson County's ladies beat Sevier County by 22. It was Chucky Doak, a 2-point win, the Lady Black Knights over the Lady Green Devils of Greenville. Also last night, you had Dobbins Minute with a 22-point win over the Elizabeth and Lady Cyclones with a new coach, Lucas Andrews. And, of course, he got handed the whistle on the clipboard day before yesterday, so his first game was last night. He got clocked pretty good in Kingsport, but it's a non-conference game, and so they're just trying to kind of feel their way out and see what's going on as far as trying to assess personnel and get ready. Of course, he's been on the staff, but a little bit different when you go from being the assistant to the head man, so they'll have to get the ball rolling for Elizabeth. Morristown East ladies over Cock County, 51-39. Also, scores last night. It was Morristown West ladies over South Doyle, big time, 70-32. South Green's Lady Rebels in overtime beat Granger by 1, 58-57. Volunteers ladies blow out Sullivan East, 72-55. South's ladies defeat Sullivan North by 13. By 13, 55-42. And Science Hills ladies come from a 12-point deficit to stay undefeated. They beat Unicoi County in girls basketball 50-38. And a couple of scores in Southwest Virginia. The Lady Blue Devils of Gate City over Lehigh 64-37. And J.I. Burton's girls defeat Twin Valley by 30. Final score there was 49-19. That's what's going on in high school basketball from yesterday and last night. Nothing going on tonight. Some games going on tomorrow night we'll tell you about when we get a little bit closer to tomorrow night's action again around Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. Don't forget, the month of December will be at Champion Chevrolet tomorrow. And at Champion Chevrolet, you get the same price as they do, as if you were a General Motors employee the month of December. Employee pricing on every single 2017 vehicle on the lot. That's through the end of the month. Again, employee pricing on all 2017 Chevy vehicles. So if you work at Champion Chevrolet or you're a General Motors employee, you get a discount. And so for this month, you get the same discount that they get. Employee pricing on all 2017 Chevy vehicles. $9,000 off 2018 Silverado 1500s, Crew Cab, LTs, and Premiers. $7,000 off all 2018 Silverado 1500 Cruise, LS, and WT work trucks. So that's all going on again. But the big one, man, this is a great deal too. You get the same discount pricing as if you were an employee at Champion Chevrolet through the end of the month. Employee pricing on all 2017 vehicles at Champion Chevrolet, which is a really, really good deal. Pro football news, we don't talk much about the NFL because of the obvious. Got a couple of stories. Number one, you got some of the players very, very mad at Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the National Football League, and I get that because he is coming out with some money to take on some issues, some social injustice issues, as he calls it, which is okay, I guess, but the problem with that is, for me, is he's robbing Peter to pay Paul. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell defended the league's move to pay nearly $90 million to social justice causes supported by some players, despite critics' claims that it was meant purely to appease activist athletes, including those who have been kneeling during the national anthem this year. Roger Goodell spoke with Eagles safety Malcolm Jenkins and retired wide receiver Anquan Bolden, founders of the Players Coalition. Bolden said the league's commitment to players' causes is not an indication that players would stop protesting. The kneeling, of course, has drawn steady criticism from President Trump and as well as football fans across America. So there's already been pushback about the NFL going forward with making charitable donations to players' causes, including criminal justice reform, law enforcement, community relations, and education. Jim Hansen, president of Security Studies Group, who's a Green Bay Packers stockholder, says the owners will get nothing from the players in return, no promise to stop disrespecting the national anthem or any other meaningful concessions. So he says this is a joke, is what Jim Hansen said. Eric Reed, a safety for the San Francisco 49ers, calls this whole deal a, quote, charade. In an interview with Slate magazine, or with Slate, Reed said Malcolm Jenkins, told him the donations wouldn't come from new money. Donations will come instead from funds that are already allocated from the National Football League to breast cancer awareness in the month of October and Salute to Service. They're going to take money from those organizations, so you're going to minimize the money going to them, and you're going to kick it over to this new called Players Coalition. So, meaning the league will just move the money from those programs, again, robbing Peter to pay Paul, as we said. Reed said he left the coalition because Jenkins excluded Colin Kaepernick from meetings and asked players if they would stop protesting the anthem if the NFL made a charitable donation cause that they support. So that's exactly what it's come down to. NFL said, if you'll stop kneeling, we'll give you guys some money to make you feel better. And again, they got them over a barrel. This Players Coalition, I think, the National Football League over a barrel. And so Roger Goodell, again, to make it politically correct, ponied up $90 million. But my problem with that, again, is they're taking from breast cancer awareness with the National Football League and some of the other organizations, Salute to Service, which, of course, is involving our military, to give to this cause. So I for one, don't have a problem with the programs they're coming up with to throw money at. Yes and no. But I have a big problem taking money away from these organizations or these nonprofits that need the money to operate, to throw to this new cause just to make some folks happy. So, and there's no guarantee when they give them the money, there's no guarantee they're going to stop kneeling anyway. So it's a crapshoot at best. Also, National Football League news, Aaron Rodgers has been medically cleared to return to action after missing 7 games with a broken right collarbone. Packers quarterback announced on Instagram last night. Packers 7-6, likely need to win the final 3 games to make the playoffs. So Rodgers apparently is back by his own admission, so that should be a good thing, obviously, going forward for the Green Bay Packers of the National Football League. High school football, new coach in our area, new football coach, Keith Warner, has been named football coach at Twin Springs High School in Nicholsville. Warner, who played for the Titans, was the Cumberland District Player of the Year in 2005. He was on the Twin Springs football coaching staff from 2010 to 2013. He has most recently been on the Gate City football staff from 2013 through this year. Keith Warner, the new football coach for the Fighting Titans at Twin Springs in Nicholsville, Virginia. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live here at Chick-Fil-A, and here it is, and they're running out. There's not many left. Lisa, we've been selling a bunch of them, haven't we? When you're at the cash register, they come in by like 5 or 10 at a time, or do they really? Oh, yeah. So Lisa, one of the employees here, so check this out. Here it is, the steers of yesteryear. Connie's not here. I need to get an update on how many's left. There's not many left. The steers of yesteryear, $8. Here's the little card you get when you make the purchase, so you can come in every month. You can see the different months of the calendar where you get free food every month. It's the 20th anniversary of the 2018 calendar, $8 plus tax. And so once activated, you'll be accessed to the Chick-fil-A One phone app, and that, of course, will get you a chance to get free food every month from Chick-Fil-A. And again, here's your calendar that you swipe. And I guess you can see it. There it is, yep, right here. And so the steers of yesteryear. For example, let's go to arbitrarily get one. Let's see. This one is called, in the month of April, Bologna Vice. How about that? So taking the spin off Miami Vice. They are on the speedboat going through the bay in Miami. So here it is. It's a hot commodity. The steers of yesteryear Chick-fil-A calendar for 2018. Again, $8 plus tax. Get them while you can, because once they're gone, and this store, by virtue of selling so many, they get a bigger allotment than anybody else in the area. But again, there is a limit. Once they're gone, they're gone. So just want to tell you about that. College football coming up next. We'll take a look at college football. We got the bowl game starting on Saturday. Count them. How many bowl games Saturday? Is it 5, 6? 6 bowl games coming up on Saturday. We'll break them down for you and talk about that next, as we're live here at Chick-fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City. Show number 653 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
The 2018 Cal Calendar in now for a limited time at Chick-fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City. A 20th anniversary retrospective titled Steers of Yesteryear, including a card with a wide range of free food offerings across the Chick-fil-A menu. Only $8 plus tax, but hurry, supplies are limited. Each month gives you the chance to collect free Chick-fil-A menu items. The offers vary each month, but hurry, supplies are limited. The 2018 Chick-fil-A Steers of Yesteryear Calendar on sale now at Chick-fil-A at The Crossings in North Johnson City. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Cash for Christmas. Here it is. You have today and tomorrow to share and retweet this show. And once you do, we'll put you in the running to win $100 cash. We'll give it away on Friday. We'll announce the winner on Friday. You have them through the show tomorrow to do that. Every time you share a retweet, it equals one entry. There is no limit on the number of entries you can make. $100 cash to somebody on Friday, plus some other prizes, some other winners. There's multiple winners out of this. But the big winner, of course, is $100 cash. I want to say hello to some of the folks already. Sheila Stamper, Kurt Stevenson, James Horn, Renee McNeil, Aaron Van Dyke, Robbie Simpson. Appreciate you folks already liking and sharing the show. So all you got to do is retweet it or share it, send it on your Facebook, folks, and good luck. And somebody on Friday, we're going to say wins $100 cash from the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're very excited about that. See who's going to be the winner. Let's take a look at college football. First off, the bowl games crank up on Saturday. There is, 6 bowl games. We'll get to that in a moment. We got playoff games coming up on Friday and Saturday of this week. The FCS playoff games on Friday. Sam Houston State 12-1 will be at North Dakota State 12-1. 8 o'clock kickoff in North Dakota. You reckon it's going to be cold up there? Yeah, I think it probably will be. That'll be on Friday night. Then on Saturday afternoon, James Madison, not that far from here in Virginia. James Madison at 13-0, playing in the other semifinal against South Dakota State at 11-2. Winners will play next Saturday in Texas for the championship. Play on January the 6th in Frisco, Texas for the FCS playoff championship. So again, Friday night, Sam Houston State at North Dakota State. Saturday afternoon, South Dakota State at James Madison. And so that's the Dukes. Division II playoff games. Saturday, Kansas City, Kansas, West Florida 11-3 against Texas A&M Commerce 13-1. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff for the Division II championship on Saturday in Kansas City. Division III playoff in Salem, Virginia, right up the road, coming up on Friday night. Mountain Union 14-0 will take on Mary Hardin Baylor 14-0. That'll be at 7 o'clock coming up again on Friday night. NAI playoff championship coming up on Saturday in Daytona Beach. Boy, how would I like to be down calling that game? Why? Because it's at Daytona Beach. St. Francis, Indiana, 13-0, taking on Reinhardt, 12-0, and that's a 6 o'clock kickoff at Daytona Beach on Saturday. That's the smaller divisions. Now, the first 1,400, it seems like, bowl games start on Saturday. There's 6 of them. Here we go. Number 1, the Celebration Bowl. North Carolina A&T at 11-0 against Grambling State, 11-1 at noon on Saturday, televised on ABC. The New Orleans Bowl, 1 o'clock on ESPN. North Texas 9-4. Troy at 10-2. That's at 1 o'clock. The Cure Bowl in Orlando on CBS. Georgia State 6-5. The Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky at 6-6. That's a 2:30 kickoff. The Las Vegas Bowl on Saturday. Boise State 10-3 against the Oregon Ducks 7-5. That'll be a 3:30 kickoff on ABC. The only game that matters, I'm just going to tell you, the rest of them are just nothing. The real game with the real football team is the New Mexico Bowl at 4:30 on Saturday. Why? Colorado State's about to get it handed to them. They're 7-5. They're playing my alma mater. We are Marshall. Yeah, the Thundering Herd. Go Herd. 7-5 against Colorado State. 7-5. 4:30 kickoff on Saturday. I'm going to be somewhere watching that game. The New Mexico Bowl coming out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And then last but not least, on the Bowl Bonanza on Saturday, it'll be the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders, one of our teams here in Tennessee. So go Blue Raiders. They're 6-6, taking on Arkansas State 7-3 in the Camellia Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama. That's an 8 o'clock kickoff on Saturday evening, and that'll be televised on ESPN. So Celebration Bowl, North Carolina A&T and Grambling State. New Orleans Bowl, North Texas, Troy. The Cure Bowl, Georgia State, Western Kentucky. The New Mexico Bowl, Colorado State, and we are Marshall at 4:30 on Saturday, and the Camellia Bowl, Arkansas State at Middle Tennessee State, and that's Saturday evening, and that's the first of, as I said, 1,500 bowl games, it seems like, coming at you in the College Football Bowl Bonanza in 2017. All right, he's here. That means we got to get him on the old show, and let's get this untangled. And we're here live at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossing in North Johnson City, and we're getting ready to put my man on because he's there, and he's here. I shouldn't say he's not there. He's here, and let's do that right now. He is right here, and boom. Jeremy Liv is here, our buddy from Movement Mortgage. Called over there yesterday. He said closings. Called there Monday, doing closings.
That's right.
I'll call there this afternoon, doing closings. It's hopping, isn't it, brother?
We don't have one today.
None today.
We got like 4 Friday, though.
4 Friday.
Yeah.
Wow. And so when did these folks apply? How fast have you turned these?
Well, the
on
one we
Friday?
closed yesterday was about 3 weeks.
Wow.
From start to finish. I mean, it was not a big deal. We were waiting on them to sell their house, actually. We've been done with it for a while, but the people buying their house was going through a different lender, so we had to wait on them to get done so we could do ours.
How many times we're going to talk about the NBA here in a moment. He's a big fan of the National Basketball Association. How many times do you take over a loan or a process from somebody else that's dropped the ball or can't get it done? A lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting very fluid on our appraisal transfers.
The word's out, huh?
Yeah, so we're getting a lot from the larger local lenders.
There you go. The XYZ, larger local lenders, exactly. So typically, without naming names, obviously, typically what do they not do that you can step in and do? What are they?
A lot of them just don't know guidelines. And they're not training their employees. They're just not quick. And it's not that they're doing anything wrong. It's just that the way that the economy is, the way that the market is right now, everybody wants it done yesterday. And when you've got people calling you and just complaining about the time frame or not being able to get a hold of somebody and get some information, and then find out a couple days before closing that it ain't gonna work, or stuff like that. And I actually had a builder call me last night that said that they've been dealing with a lender and just with their new constructions, and said that now this lender is asking for 20 different things after the fact. They get the loan going and then they keep asking and asking and asking. And she said, "Can I just send all my people to you now?" I'm like, "Sure." And she goes, "Do you ask for this stuff?" I'm like, "No." And so basically the other lenders are really helping us out.
People who can't get a hold of people in 2017, I just don't buy that.
I don't understand it either.
You've got cell phones, you've got landlines, you've got texting, you got Instagram, you got cell phones.
And that's the difference between like our business on our side versus going to a bank, is if you go to a bank, 9 times out of 10, you don't even get the cell phone number for the loan officer. You get their office number, and that's it. So after hours, they're unavailable. Weekends, they're unavailable. And in our business, we're, basically paid when we get closed. I mean, we're straight commission. So all my clients, all the realtors, they all have my cell phone number. My office number is my cell phone number, which makes I have no idea what my desk phone number is because I never use it. So everything goes to my cell phone. So yes, I'm extremely available.
Yeah. I just don't get it.
I don't
not
either.
Just in your business, but
in general.
In general.
Yeah.
How can you not return a phone call within? And I will have to say, unfortunately, when this goofy phone it's crashed 2 or 3 times, I've been guilty of this. But I try and get back with somebody within 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
I do my dead level best to do that. I mean, we're all busy.
Yeah.
But to go and not hear from somebody for a day or two, either through a text, an email, a cell phone.
Just a response saying that you got the message is one thing, but I change my voicemail every day to let people know when I'm returning phone calls.
Yes, you do.
And, and I try to, keep to that, but every now and then we have a walk-in or something like that kind of deters that, but I don't not return phone calls. And so it might be 9:30, 10 o'clock at night when I do it, but everybody gets called back.
Which he does.
Yeah.
He's called me before at 9 or 10 at night when we're talking NBA or talking shop, talking whatever. So anyway, he does it, and he and Brittany are getting it done. JeremyLivesey.com, right?
We're doing good.
Movement Mortgage, brand new digs, beautiful office. We've been down there several times. Going to be back down there in January. It's right across from the Boones Creek Cracker Barrel. Signs up now. Let's see. If I had you on since we had the open house, you had a big open house. No.
I was there last Wednesday. The day after.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did have you on.
Yeah.
Big crowd, big turnout.
We did.
Met your Aunt Teresa.
You'll never forget her.
No. She's the coolest lady in the world, I'm telling you.
She has never met a stranger, and she is very personable.
We started talking music, and she'd been to some concerts, and I was where you been.
She follows Dave Matthews and Kenny Chesney and
religiously.
Yes,
yeah.
And I don't know if we want to give her a shout out on this, but she also won the ugly Christmas sweater.
She won the sweater?
No, she works at Dobbins Bennett. That was her. If we want to show that.
Absolutely, show that. There it is. She won the ugly sweater contest.
Yeah, so
Is she on the left or right?
she is on our left. So
she has the belt,
she's
the elf belt?
There. She's over there, yeah.
She has the elf belt on.
Yeah.
She won the neat lady. I don't know who the other lady is, but it's...
She did not win. That's who that
she
is.
did not win. She was the runner-up of the ugly sweater contest.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, that's what I want to put on my head.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. On my headstone, I want to put runner-up ugly sweater contest.
Exactly.
There you go.
So,
all right.
I think she got a certificate. So.
She got a certificate, and then Teresa got the sweater.
Yeah, she got something better. Yeah.
Tennessee football, you good with him? You good with
I'm
Jeremy
good.
Pruitt?
I am.
I think he's
He has a good name.
I think he's a grand slam.
Yeah.
Jeremy, yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to know there's other people out there with that
Other
name.
special people named Jeremy, right?
Yeah, I was actually worried about that growing up.
Yeah. Were you really?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a nickname growing up?
Not really. Now, Eddie, my middle name is Frank. Eddie Durham used to call me Frankie.
Frankie.
So, but
Leave it to Goose.
But
Frankie
not
Durham.
really. But my parents named me Jeremy. I always wondered if if I ever become a executive of some bank, is it going to be like go talk to Jeremy?
You're talking Frankie.
It's not the strongest name in the world, I don't think.
I like it. He's a good guy.
But yeah,
it's attached to a good man. I can tell you that.
So, I'll take it. My parents did good.
Yep, they are good.
She told me the alternatives. I'll take Jeremy.
And if you ever meet his wife, I told him the other night after the open house, I called him up and said, "Son, you've outpunted your coverage."
Oh, absolutely.
She is such an elegant, classy young lady. He is too, but you're around her, she just exudes, I don't know, gracefulness, elegance, class. Neat lady, Miss Ashley.
You just have to try not to knock her on her choices. I mean, she obviously has low expectations.
You're a piece of work. All right. Your Cavaliers get another win last night.
Yes.
They're 20-8, 123 to 114
Yeah,
over the
Tristan Thompson came back.
lowly Atlanta. I was going to say Falcons. Lowly Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah,
So,
they're basically a D League team right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So is this a team to be reckoned with? We need to pay attention to Cavaliers.
Oh yeah.
Are they getting it together? Okay.
Looks
All
like
right.
it. And then they got Tristan Thompson back last night, and Rose is finally playing less minutes, so he's not going to be injured as much. And then they got Isaiah Thomas back in January, so I think they're going to be fine.
Where's Carmelo Anthony? Is he still in New York?
No, he's in OKC.
Okay.
Yeah,
The Knicks
he's
lost last
not
night.
doing well.
No.
But
Is he a Hall of Famer?
I think so.
Do you really?
Yeah. I think
Sell
more
me.
not for NBA, but it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. He's got the gold medals from the Olympics. He's got the longevity. He's top 15 scoring all time. I mean, he's got the accolades. He just don't have the rings.
Okay.
But I think the Olympics put him over the top. He should be in the Basketball Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame,
Right.
but
Just Hall of Fame.
basketball in general.
You ever been there in Springfield,
I have not.
Massachusetts? Man, I want to go there so bad. That's on my bucket list to go to Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, NFL in Canton, Ohio, and the NBA in Springfield.
Yes, and I want to go to a game in Fenway at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
By the way, if you've never been, this is totally off the subject, if you've never been to the Women's Hall of Fame down in Knoxville,
It's
it is
fantastic.
Oh, it is worth, I think it's like $8 to get in.
Yeah,
It is
it's
worth
nothing. It's
every
really nice.
penny. I mean, they've done a phenomenal job of showcasing women's basketball with the Hall of Fame in Knoxville. Really cool. All right, NBA. It was Lakers over the Knicks.
Yep.
113-109.
Yep.
Denver beat Detroit. Blew them out 103-84.
That's actually surprising there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because they beat them in Detroit.
Detroit's actually a decent team.
Also last night, NBA, it was Brooklyn with a 5-point win over Washington. Brooklyn now 11-15.
Yeah, Brooklyn's actually playing like an NBA team.
I'm sad to report to you that my Spurs gagged one last night. They lost to the lowly Mavericks, now 8-20. Lost by 6 in Dallas, 95-89.
That's misleading, though. Because Kawhi
What?
Leonard came back last night, and they put him in the lineup. So basically, they're trying to get their new dynamics with Kawhi on the court now. So last night's loss was just a anomaly.
Yeah,
They'll be all right.
they're trying to get the chemistry back.
Yeah,
Trying to get
it's
the
hard
team
to
because-
hard to get him back in. I think they played like 6 minutes or something last night,
Yeah.
but no, he's back. They'll be fine.
Stay tuned because the Spurs, the man can coach, I'm telling you. 118-112, Sixers over Minnesota in Minnesota, and Sacramento had a 7-point win over the Phoenix Suns in Sacramento. Tonight, Memphis, baby. Can you give me your best Elvis? I bet it was Memphis.
I refuse to do that.
Memphis. Okay. Tell me what you really thinking. We're just trying to have fun.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Memphis at Washington, Oklahoma City with Carmelo Anthony at Indiana, Clippers in Orlando, Celtics at home against Denver. Celtics, they still the best team in basketball?
No.
Rockets?
Rockets are good. We'll find out about the Rockets Friday night because they're playing your Spurs.
Yep.
So we'll see how good that they are. But I'd say until Golden State's knocked off, I still think they're the best team. I mean,
Portland and Miami tonight. You got Utah, Chicago, New Orleans, the Pelicans hosting Milwaukee, Toronto, the Raptors at 17-7 in Phoenix, the Battle of the Suns, and Charlotte will be on the road to take on Houston at 20-4 tonight in Texas. Who to this point, we're about 25 games in. To this point, who has been the biggest disappointment for you team-wise? Who has underperformed as a team, NBA?
Well, honestly, I think probably OKC. I mean, they've got all the talent in the world, and they're just not jiving yet. So, I mean, they're for what they're doing or who they have on their team and their record. Well, are they maybe right at 500 or just below 500?
12-13.
And they are incredibly, underperforming. But then you look at, where Paul George came from. The guy they sent to Indiana is really good. So I mean, he's actually averaging more points per game than George was, and so Indiana actually looks like they got the better end of it right now.
In your humble opinion, I think I've asked you this
And
before.
they play tonight.
They do play tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. In your humble opinion, they play in Indiana.
Yeah,
Pacers.
Return back.
Yep. Top three. Let's go top five all-time greatest players NBA.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, just for kicks. We got a minute or two here. He's getting ready to eat at Chick-Fil-A.
I think we're gonna have a huge generation gap here, but I mean, I'm gonna say probably Michael Jordan.
Okay, I'll go with that one.
I would throw Kobe in there at some point. I don't know if he'd be probably right at top five. The rings mean a lot, I think.
Okay. They're based on the rings. Is that what
after you're talking about best players, I mean, I think Kobe wasn't a bad player.
All right, let's write these down. So you're going to go MJ.
I'm gonna say Michael Jordan's a definite. That's gonna be on everybody's list.
Okay.
You're gonna have Wilt on everybody's list. It should be.
Okay.
I would put probably, not sure, either Magic or Kareem or somebody like that.
Okay.
And then you really, if you're actually talking players, you got to throw LeBron in there. LeBron's good.
Okay.
And I said Kobe's kind of your honorable mention type thing. I don't think he was a good player. He's he's got the rings, he's got the longevity. Just nobody liked him. He wasn't exactly the most likable player. But then you look at Michael Jordan too. He wasn't the most likable player either. But very competitive.
So then I'm going to throw out some names you left out. Shaquille, Larry Bird,
top 10. Larry Bird, top 10.
Dr. J.
Yeah.
The guy with the most rings, Bill Russell.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to pick five.
It is hard to pick five.
Yeah.
That's. And then some people say, and this may be the biggest X factor of the whole thing, this guy in college, well, we're talking college, but he went on to the NBA, but he averaged 44 points in college without a three-point line with Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
So
I said if you're going to do NBA top five, it's almost impossible. And everybody's going to have a different list, and it depends on whoever you're talking to, what generation they're in.
Exactly, what generation, what age. So if you ever went back and watched, you can do it. Just go YouTube and type in Pistol Pete highlights.
Oh, he's amazing. It's a different time though. Those players back then couldn't hold a candle to the players now just because of the size and the strength of the game now. Back then it was a finesse game.
They double teamed Pistol Pete back in the day and they still couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
The guy scored 44 points a game on the average without the three-point line. And Dale Brown went back, and I thought this was his former coach. I guess it was his former coach, but the coach at LSU went back, and every game, every play, still shot it and said, okay, drew an imaginary arc, and had he made it behind the arc or in front of the arc, and so went back frame by frame, if there was a three-point line, he'd been averaging 52 points a game.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And then you look at now, like with, if Jordan played, in this era versus back in the, the 90s, he would be averaging 45, 50 points a game easily just because back then, you could basically tackle someone, that would be a foul. And now if you breathe on them wrong, you get a foul. And So it's become a different game now, and it's more speed, finesse now than I miss the days of Bill Lambier and all them guys, the Rodman, where they can just come short of just killing someone when they're going up to the hoop. And then I think we had the anniversary of the Mouse and the Palace, and I said those are the good days.
Those are good days. Now, you've watched a lot of basketball down through the years. Do you think the NBA has, because some people tell me it's not basketball, it's nothing more than just street ball. There's no strategy, there's no X's and O's, just who has the ball shoots. Do you agree with that or not?
No, I think there's plays.
Yeah.
I think because you can tell there's coaching is involved. I mean, you've got all these players. I mean, look at New Orleans. They got all the talent in the world, but they don't have the coaching for it. I mean, that's why they're not doing so great. And but in the like Cleveland, though, Ty Lue, he could take a week off and it'd be all right because LeBron's actually the coach of that team. I mean, and everybody knows that.
Everybody knows it. Yeah.
So I mean, there's differences, but you can't discount the fact, like when Phil Jackson was coaching the Bulls and and the Lakers, that coaching did take. There's a reason there was a coach.
Let's see if we can get our top 5 coaches of all time, because again, that's going to be very subjective as well, depending on who you talk to. But I'm going to throw out there Phil Jackson.
Yes.
I'm going to throw out there Popovich.
Yes.
I'm going to throw Pat Riley.
Yes.
Red Auerbach of the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5th guy, I don't know, you'd have to come up and help me with that one. What was the guy that he coached and quit?
Chuck Daly?
Chuck Daly, Larry Brown, maybe?
Yeah. If you're going coach, you're going NBA coaches, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What was the name of the coach? He would coach and he quit. He passed away not too long ago. He was a television commentator.
Oh, I know you're talking about, but
see, having a brain burp.
But Larry Brown's a good one. I like that.
So, but I would think, based on rings,
you gotta give it to Phil.
Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Maybe the greatest coach of
I
all
just think
time.
overall, you got Pat Riley, who's done it as a coach and as a GM and as a everything else. He's probably got more accolades over that. But Phil Jackson's by far the best coach. But he proved he's not a good GM. So.
See here, I'm thinking of guys we left off on that list. I'm thinking of the mailman. Carl Malone was a heck of a player.
Yeah, John Stockton. Yeah.
So
you got Isaiah Thomas.
I was thinking the same thing. So
you got
Oscar Robertson. It is very tough to sit here and come up with.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah.
You can go
Top
maybe
5.
20. You can go 20 deep, maybe be all right.
Yeah.
I said you're missing half your Spurs, David Robinson and Tim Duncan, and I mean they should be up there as well. But you may have to go position by position.
Good point.
Yeah.
Just to throw them in the lump and come up with 5 is pretty tough to do.
Yeah.
Talking to our buddy again, Jeremy Livesey from Movement Mortgage. Got your Christmas shopping done?
Absolutely not.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. We're down to
I haven't even wrapped a present
down
yet.
to 11 days. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No pressure.
Does Mrs. Livesey, did she tell you what she wanted for Christmas? I mean, do you have an idea?
I think we're living in it. Yeah, we've
we're living in it. We're driving it.
Yeah,
so.
pretty much. That's what it boils down to. We're
There we go. We're living in it and we're driving it.
Yeah,
so. Ho ho ho.
We have no idea what to get each other, so we'll figure something out.
Yeah. You hungry today?
Actually, I am.
Chick-Fil-A. Are you a soup guy? You like soup, chicken noodle soup?
I'm not a soup guy. I'm a soup guy when it's cold and snowy.
Yeah.
If I'm stuck inside, but no, I'm a nugget guy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time nuggets. We'll go through Judy's line, get you some nuggets. JeremyLivesey.com. Again, they can do it. FHA, VA.
Yep.
First-time home buyers.
Yep. THTA. We actually do Virginia as well for first-time buyers, and Kentucky, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina. I mean, all the other ones. USDAs, just regular conventionals. We love those. But
It's nice to help people.
Yeah.
I can tell you firsthand, this guy will go the extra mile to help you. I mean, he helps me. He's a buddy of mine. He's gone way beyond the Call of Duty to be my friend and help me out with some stuff, and I appreciate that. And so he's customer service. He and Brittany, they get her done.
That's what it's all about.
Yep. JeremyLivesey.com. Get you some nuggets. Get whatever you want. It's my treat.
Cool.
Yep. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at the National Hockey League. Preds on the ice tonight. We'll tell you about that next year. Show number 653.
Wow.
The Tom Dover Sports Show.
This is Phil Pipkin, owner of Phil's Dream Pit. Do you like smoked turkey? Do you like smoked ham? For your Christmas or New Year's dinner, enjoy a spiral sliced smoked ham or smoked turkey breast, smoked right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Smoked hams 9 to 11 pounds at $8.50 a pound. The smoked turkey breast goes from 2 to 4 pounds at $11.49 per pound. Order by Tuesday, December the 19th. Pick up Friday, December the 22nd, or Saturday, December 23rd. Let us take care of your Christmas or New Year's dinner with a smoked turkey breast or spiral smoked ham. Call 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
The 2018 Cow Calendar in now for a limited time at Chick-Fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. A 20th anniversary retrospective titled Steers of Yesteryear, including a card with a wide range of free food offerings across the Chick-Fil-A menu. Only $8 plus tax, but hurry, supplies are limited. Each month gives you the chance to collect free Chick-Fil-A menu items. The offers vary each month, but hurry, supplies are limited. The 2018 Chick-Fil-A Steers of Yesteryear Calendar on sale now at Chick-fil-A at The Crossings in North Johnson City. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us again. We're live here at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. We always talk about the calendars, and the calendars are good, but also don't forget, you can always get a good gift card, gift certificate at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings here in North Johnson City. Make a great stocking stuffer for $10, $15, $20. I know when we go to the birthday parties with the little people, have birthday parties, we more times than not come in here and get a gift card. Chick-fil-A, because every kid likes to, or most kids, I don't know of any. I really don't know of any kid doesn't like to eat at Chick-fil-A. So it's a great way to take care of someone for a birthday, and in this case, this close to Christmas, for a stocking stuffer. So plus the calendar. So for $20 you get a $10 gift card and a calendar to give somebody for Christmas. You can't go wrong with that. That'd be a great, simple, practical gift giving idea, because the calendar again enables you to get free food. So there it is. We got it. Yeah, there you go. The Steers of Yesteryear, $8. Cards on the back. You can swipe the card. There it is. You keep it all year long. You billfold to your purse. And so for $20, you get a $10 gift card and an $8 plus tax calendar, and you're set. National Hockey League from last night. Let's see who did what on the ice. Philadelphia goes to 12-11. They skate past Toronto 4-2. It was Buffalo, a 3-2 win on the ice over Ottawa. Washington skates to 5-2 win over Colorado. Edmonton goes into Columbus and beats the Blue Jackets at 7-2 the final there. Upset of sorts, New Jersey on the ice outskates LA Kings, who went in at 20-8. They're now 20-9, obviously, as New Jersey skates past them in Jersey, 5-1 the final there. St. Louis, the Blues, and Tampa Bay, the Lightning run their record of 22-6. They skate past the Blues, who now fall to 21-9. So that was a matchup of two pretty good teams. And so Tampa Bay skates past St. Louis 3-0 last night at the ice. Calgary, Minnesota, the Wild win 2-1 in Minnesota. Blackhawks in Chicago take a 3-2 win over Florida, and that was last night in the National Hockey League. Tonight on the ice, Nashville, the Predators, with their West Coast, actually their Pacific Northwest swing. They're going to be skating in Vancouver tonight, and then tomorrow night they'll be in Edmonton against the Oilers. Tonight, the Predators skating in Vancouver. Preds 18-7, and the Canucks at 14-2. Also tonight, the Rangers in Ottawa, New York Islanders in the Big Apple, skating against Dallas, and the Boston Bruins take a 14-9 record into Detroit against the Red Wings in the National Hockey League. That's what's going on there, again, for the NHL on this Tuesday, December the 13th, 2014. We thank you for being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Coming up, we are going to check in with our buddy Greg Sauer at the top of the hour, talk a little Major League Baseball, in fact, a lot of Major League Baseball. Let's take a look at NASCAR, see what's going on there right now. NASCAR, don't forget, we are selling tickets at Food City for the Food City 500 coming up in April, and also the Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race. You get your tickets at Food City. April's Food City 500 tickets are $50 for adults, $10 for kids 12 and under. The Bass Pro Shop Night Race tickets are $60 for adults and $10 for kids 12 and under. Tickets for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, they announced the start times. The April race, the Fitzgerald Glider Kit 300, will be at 1 o'clock, and the August Food City 300 will be at 7:30. Tickets available, $30 for adults per event and free for kids. Here's the cool part. All tickets are reserved seating, but again, the cool part, this year, starting new this year, I should say, each ticket you purchase at Food City, you get 500 additional value points on your Food City value cards. If you buy one ticket, I don't care to tell you, I stopped by yesterday, got some gas in Food City in Boones Creek with my 15 cents off. I got gas for $2.03 a gallon, and that was awesome. I loved it. Filled up with 203. Other parts of the country going, what? And I went up to West Virginia not too long ago, and it was like, it wasn't 203, I can tell you that. It was pretty pricey. But here at Food City Value Card, you get 150 points. You get 15 cents off on a gallon of gas. And so when you buy one ticket, so if I'm reading this right, each ticket purchased earning shoppers 500 additional value points on their Food City Value Card, and are redeemable to save on fuel and groceries. So if I buy two tickets, I get 1,000 points. The way I'm reading this, again, at Food City, at all Food Cities, we'll be at Food City in Blountville on Friday, broadcasting live there. They got a big 3-day sale starting up. And so Food City now selling 2018 NASCAR tickets from Bristol Motor Speedway at your local Food City. Again, we'll be at Food City in Blunt, Vegas on Friday. All right, before we take a break, let's take a look at some NASCAR news, and we'll take a break and get our buddy in here talking baseball. There's lots of baseball going on. I mean, a lot of baseball happening, and we'll let Greg Sauer tell you all about it coming up here in a minute. NASCAR news, John Hunter Nemechek will drive the number 42 Chevrolet, the NASCAR Xfinity Series for 2018 on a part-time basis for Chip Ganassi Racing. He's driven the number 8 Chevrolet for his family-owned Nemco Motorsports, which intends to continue fielding entries in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series in 2018. He's been doing that since he was 16, 5-time winner of the Truck Series. He will split driving duties in 2018 with Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series driver Kyle Larson, who won 3 times with the number 42 ride in 2017. So he's going to be driving now for Chip Ganassi Racing. That would be John Hunter Nemechek. I think you know his daddy, Front Row Joe. Also, you have the Clash set to go on February the 11th. Again, the drivers in the field this year for the Clash at Daytona Beach will be Ryan Blaney, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch. By the way, Kurt Busch very close to signing. If it hasn't happened by now, it was going to, and I'm sure by later on today it will be established that Kurt Busch is staying with Stewart-Haas Racing. Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Dale Jr., I don't think he's going to come back and do it. I don't think Amy, his wife's going to let him, but he is qualified for the Clash. Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Eric Jones, Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Martin Truex Jr. Also, former Daytona 500 Pole Award winners Austin Dillon, Jimmy Johnson, and Danica Patrick, who is going to come back. She's calling it the Danica Double. She's going to race in the Daytona 500, and she's also going to race in the Indianapolis, the Brickyard in Indianapolis. And then also a couple of playoff drivers, Casey Kane, Jamie McMurray, and Ryan Newman will be in the field as well. It's a 75-lap event, which will be on Sunday, February the 11th. So it'll be the Advanced Auto Parts Clash at Daytona International Speedway. It's not that far away. In fact, the countdown is on. What was it yesterday? The countdown for the Daytona 500 from yesterday was 68, so we're 67 days away from the Daytona 500. Unbelievable. Coming up next, we'll take a break. We'll be ready to roll. He's going to read our verse of the day. He's also going to tell us about Major League Baseball. Don't forget, as we go to the break here, today and tomorrow is it. Your chance to win $100 cash. All you have to do is share, retweet this show. It's just that simple. Every time you share, retweet equals one entry. There is no limit on the number of entries you can make, and we'll stop it tomorrow. Stop it tomorrow, and we'll announce the winner on Friday. We'll be at Food City in Blumpville, and somebody's going to win $100 cash. Might as well be you. Why not? Put $100 of cash in your hand. You say, well, I live out of state. I'm watching the show in Myrtle Beach. I'm Rick Ranson watching the show in Fort Lauderdale. Well, I'm watching in West Virginia. I'm watching in Kentucky. Wherever you're watching, we will mail you the ticket. We do have mail from here to there, the Postal Service. So it matters not if you're local or out of town. If you win it, we're going to mail you a check or give you a check for $100, and we'll announce that winner on Friday. Quick break. He's ready. Greg Salyer talking Major League Baseball next here on show number 653 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Greg's going to join us coming up here in just a second. Don't forget, you can win 2 tickets to the Peach Bowl, the Chick-Fil-A Peach Bowl, coming up on New Year's Day at 12:30 at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. They tell me, I've not been there, they tell me it is the primo stadium in America. And so here's how you, 2 tickets plus meals to the Peach Bowl, Auburn and Central Florida. What a matchup. It's going to be a great ball game, and it's free. Why would you not want to go if you get free tickets? All you got to do to win qualified tickets from Chick-fil-A, place a mobile carryout order, a catering order, including trays. Those are ways to get your name in the bucket. Other ways to enter can be found on Facebook and or Instagram by simply going to CFA JC. Now, we're going to give them away next Wednesday right here on the show. We'll be here at noon from 11 to 1, of course, and the 12 o'clock hour next Wednesday we'll give them away. Place a mobile carryout order at this Chick-fil-A only, catering order, including trays at this Chick-fil-A only, plus other ways to enter found on Facebook and Instagram. CFAJC is the number to call. Connie, the number to call to place an order here would be... Connie's so good.
She knows it off the top of her head. Yeah.
952. And that's where you place the order. You have folks in the bucket? You have entries? Oh, yeah. She says, Now, do you get to go? Are you going to chaperone them? You get to go to watch it? No. They're on their own. They're on their own. Auburn and Central Florida. That's a good game, too. At Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's awesome. So, anyway, 952-00. Whoop, wrong camera. 952-0031, the number to call to place a mobile carryout order or a catering order, including trays. Man, I'll tell you, the trays. Fruit tray, primo. Love it. Plus other ways to enter found on Facebook and Instagram at CFAJC. Coming up, bottom of the hour, we will hear from Joe Vento coming in talking about Buck basketball. The Bucks getting ready to kick into the Southern Conference schedule. The Lady Bucks got a big game, tonight, tomorrow night? They're playing. I'll let Joe tell us about that. Also, football recruiting, looking for a new football coach at East Tennessee State. So we'll get the very latest on Buck sports from Joe Vento, who follows the Bucks with Johnson City Press, and he'll join us coming up here at the bottom of the hour. We're live here at Chick-fil-A. Tomorrow, Champion Chevrolet. Friday will be at Food City in Blumpville, there at Steve's store. Getting ready to have a big time up there. Can't wait. So we'll take it out on the road again on Friday to Food City in Blumpville with our brand new sponsor, Sprint. Cool. Love me some Sprint cell phone service. All right, let's get him on there. He's ready to go. He's got his lips wet. He got him some Coke Zero. He was parched. Now he's here. I love that word.
Yeah,
it's the dumbest word in the world. Parched. Me lips are parched. So
Reds had a pitcher named Curtis Parch.
They did.
Yeah.
He ties everything into baseball. Everything. I could say Nugget. Back in 1948, the Phillies had a boy named Leroy Nugget. Okay, so this guy knows everything. And I forgot to look. Did we ever establish about Babe Ruth and the Boston Braves and the Boston Red Sox?
Yes, he started his career with the Boston Red Sox. He finished his career with the Boston Braves. 2 entirely different teams. He finished his career in, I want to say, April or May. I think it was May of 1935 with the Boston Braves.
There you go. So here we go. Strap it on. We got lots to talk about Major League Baseball because the winter meetings are going on down in Florida through tomorrow, and there's lots of shaking and baking and moving going on. And so let's start with the Diamondbacks and Rangers. Everybody, let me just go ahead and say, if the deal's right, everybody's looking for help. And this is really the final push, obviously, before Christmas. And really, Greg, before spring training breaks, there'll still be some deals, but always the hot stove league here in the winter meetings is when things really start clicking. So between now and tomorrow, we're going to see a lot of things moving around, and everybody's looking for something, some help, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, starting pitching is one of the big things that everyone's looking for. I mean, all 30 teams are looking for starting pitching. Doesn't matter who you had before, you're looking for starting pitching. But every team has their wish list, their wants, their needs, and they're going to be out there trying to see what kind of deal they can make. I mean, the winter meetings, we see free agent signings, and we may see 1 or 2 big free agent signings at the winter meetings, but those are probably still yet to come. I think we'll be seeing maybe some more trades, or at least the beginning of some trades that maybe won't be finalized until the next week or 2.
All right, let's run down some. There's a whole list. Look here, there's a whole list of rumors going on. We're not going to get to all of them, but we're going to hit some of the biggies, starting with Zach Greinke. He is in much demand. Who's after him right now?
Yeah, the Texas Rangers would love to have Zach Greinke. The Diamondbacks are putting his name out there. They say he is out there, and they're willing to trade him for the right return. The Rangers are really interested. There are other teams that are interested in Greinke as well, but the Rangers seem to be the team that is the front runner, or at least they're the ones that are more openly vocal about their interest in Zach Greinke.
So Greinke's one of those. Yu Darvish, the guy came over from the Rangers to the Dodgers, kind of laid an egg there in the World Series. I think he was I don't know if everybody would come out and say it. He pitched pretty good up to the series, but I felt like it was a big disappointment in the series when they needed him. He's a free agent. Does he stay with them? Does he go to somewhere else after not one but two World Series disaster starts?
Well, I don't think teams are too worried about him and what they saw in the World Series, but I would not be surprised if the Rangers don't re-sign him as well. I think he had a good career with them. I think they were really interested in bringing him back. So don't be surprised if we see Darvish in a Rangers uniform again.
J.D. Martinez.
Wow, J.D. Martinez is at the winter meetings today.
Now, how does that? I mean, tell me. I guess they're all in the meetings. All these teams. He walks up and says, "I'm JD. Make me an offer. I'd love to play for him." I mean, how does that work? Is he with his agent or?
Yeah, he's with his agent. His agent's setting up things for him. He'll have appointments with these teams, and teams will be filling him out as well. They'll be checking out if they don't know him personally. They'll be checking out his personality, his character, perhaps. They'll be just thinking, okay, do I like this guy? Is this a guy that I want on my team? They know he can hit. They know he can play ball. So, so teams will be checking him out that aren't familiar with him. And he's just going to be listening because some teams are going to make offers, I think.
Josh Donaldson. A lot of folks want him.
Yeah.
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals would love to have Josh Donaldson playing third base. They've needed a third baseman now for several years, and I think that would probably be the destination for him if he were to leave Toronto. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. The guy was MVP a couple years ago, so he's a guy that a lot of teams would be after. And the Cardinals, here's the thing about the Cardinals. They have the prospects to make any move they want to make. I mean, they can load up a team that's deciding they want to rebuild or something like that, and the Cardinals still won't be hurting for prospects after doing that.
Talking to Greg Sal, you see on the screen with the Major League Baseball update being all caps because he is on top of it, and he said, man, I want to keep on going right after Christmas into the new year, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We will be off, by the way, between Christmas and New Year's. We're going to park it. Kind of get out of town, get away, do something, recharge the batteries, spend some time with the little people. We'll come back on January the 2nd. We're going to run all the way to next Friday, the 22nd, and then park it and come back on brand new year, ready to roll with our batteries recharged and freshened up and ready. So Greg will be with us next week, and then following week, following week's Christmas, after Christmas. 2 weeks is all over with, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, it's hard to believe. Goodness gracious. All right, Matt Harvey. Mets, yesterday from Phil's Dream Pit, we said he's getting shopped, and all of a sudden Sandy Alderson pulls him off the table and says, we're going to keep him.
Yeah, I think that's Mickey Callaway's doing. I think Mickey Callaway wants to keep Matt Harvey.
New manager?
Yeah, I think he wants Matt Harvey there in the fold. There was a lot of talk about Matt Harvey. I mean, there were almost even conversations that he had been traded. Not that he was being shopped, but that he had been traded. And, of course, that was not true. But, a lot of teams would like to have a guy like him. He's had some injuries, which is unfortunate. Hopefully he can come back from that and be the number one pitcher that he was at one time in his career.
I guess the biggest story since last Wednesday we were on the air was and is Giancarlo Stanton going to the Yankees. Now they're looking to try and get Michael Fulmer from Detroit. Also trying to put out there market outfielder Jacoby Ellsbury. So Yankees are making some moves in the offseason big time.
The Yankees are all in. And when are the Yankees not all in? But this year they have shown that. I mean, that trade for Stanton, I think Stanton was really just tired of playing on a rebuilding team for several years. I think he was just tired of that, and he wanted to go to a team where he could win now, and obviously he did. To think of Stanton and Judge probably hitting 3-4. One of them will hit third, one of them hit fourth, probably in that lineup. Wow. I mean, just the enormous power that those guys will have together in that lineup. But the Yankees still have some pitching questions that they're looking at. So yeah, they're willing to part with Jacoby Ellsbury because think about it, they have a lot of outfielders, and somebody's going to have to go. So they're ready to do that. My question is, what are the Red Sox going to do now? I mean, when the Yankees make a move, the Red Sox usually make a counter move, or vice versa. So the question is, what are the Red Sox going to do? I think they're going to be patient a little bit and wait to get their guy. Look for them to be talking to Eric Hosmer, I think, and they're going to be in on J.D. Martinez as well. So if they can pull off both Hosmer and Martinez, which is possible for the Red Sox, they've had as good a winner as the Yankees.
Let's talk Baltimore Orioles. Manny Machado. Man, they're getting ready to unload him, it looks like. And we're talking about the Yankees. There was some interest, the Yankees taking him. But I can promise, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I can tell you, I'm pretty confident to say, of course, I've been fooled before, but you are not going to trade this guy to somebody else in your division. You're going to see him, 20, 25 times a year. So Manny Machado's being shot by the Orioles. Yankees would be interested, but they're not going to let the Yankees have him.
Probably not. I mean, the Yankees could overwhelm them with a trade for Machado, and if they do that, then yeah, I think they might be willing to do that. The Orioles are in desperate need of pitching. They really only have 2 starters from last year coming back, so they're in desperate need for pitching. So if the Yankees overwhelm them, then they might decide, okay, we will trade him within the division. You hear Cardinals again.
Which you don't want to hear.
Man, I know. I just don't want to hear that from Machado. But Machado has come out to be on record as saying that he wants to play shortstop. So, he's a great third baseman, but he wants to be a shortstop. That was the position he came up with. And Orioles already had J.J. Hardy, and they said, hey, can you play third base? And he's done that magnificently. They're willing to part, I think, with him at this point just because of contractual situations and his age. He's ripe for a trade. I mean, he sort of had a down year last year, especially in average. But but it's a good time, I guess, if you're going to have to lose him to trade him and get the most back for him that you possibly can.
Talking to Greg Sauer, talking Major League Baseball. Coming up next will be Joe Vento talking Bucks sports. He covers the Bucks for East Tennessee State. We're here live at Chick-Fil-A. It is lunchtime. It is definitely lunchtime. It is rocking in here, and of course the drive-through stays rocking. And like my new backdrop?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's great.
Well, I got great guests like Greg Sauer. I thought I need to bump it up a little bit here, get a little bit more, whatever. What's the word? Professional, classy. What's the word? How would you describe that?
Yeah, professional maybe. Yeah, that's a good word.
I like it. Jake Arrieta. Who's going to get in? Will the Red Sox go after him?
I'm sure. His agent is looking for a $200 million contract, and he might get it. It's very possible he might get it. Here's what I've heard, though. I heard this morning that the Nationals are all in for Jake Arrieta. Okay.
With Strasburg
and Scherzer
and Arrieta.
And then Tanner Roark.
Tanner Roark, ever forward. So.
Yeah. So I'm just like, and I think they still have Gio Gonzalez too. So think about that.
That's like the old days
staff.
With Schultz and Glavine and those guys back in the day of the Braves. I mean,
absolutely.
Man,
it may be better. It may be better.
Yeah, maybe that's a strong. If he goes to Washington, that's a strong foursome right there on the mound. Goodness gracious, Strasburg, Arrieta. Who else is the other one?
Scherzer.
And
those are the big three.
Roark.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Oh, amazing what they could do! You can't dodge anybody. I mean, when you play them, you're
head on.
Yeah,
straight on. Carlos Gonzalez, again, free agent outfielder. Giants, Royals, A's, Rays, Blue Jays. He's been courted by several guys or several teams rather. Then you look at the Pirates. They're offering to get rid of either Andrew McCutchen and or Garrett Cole.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah, that is. Gonzalez really had a down year last year. His average was down. His power numbers were down. Everything was down for him, which is real interesting. Being his free agent year, you typically see that. Usually guys will really crank it up that year, but that didn't happen for him. But yeah, the Giants are looking for outfield help. He may be a bat that they could use as well. And yeah, the Pirates. Garrett Cole is a legitimate ace. Let's face it. I think he is. And for most teams anyway. For some teams he'd be a number 2 starter, or maybe even number 3 starter. But for most teams, Garrett Cole is an ace. And the Pirates are, I think, just going to try to see what they can get for him. And if they get blown away, they'll pull the trigger. And I think the same thing with McCutchen.
If you're a season ticket holder, some of these teams, like the Pirates, I mean, you're talking about shopping your ace pitcher, and obviously, if not the top offensive player, certainly one of them, year in and year out, Andrew McCutchen. I'm sitting there going, okay, if I'm a Pirate, probably the toughest job in Pittsburgh selling season tickets out for the Pirates because, and we saw this with the Reds. I mean, every team at some point kind of cleans house. I mean, look at the Marlins. They're getting rid of Stanton now. They're trying to get rid of Marcell Ozuna. And so, they keep cleaning house down in Miami too. So, season ticket holders in baseball, I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So you mentioned the Marlins. I mean, they're talking about maybe Ozuna and Yelich.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be their whole outfield from last year gone.
Lisa?
On the
some ice and sweet tea, please.
On Twitter, the Reds fans are just screaming bloody murder, trying to get the Reds to pull off some kind of trade for Yelich.
They're not doing anything.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. A lot of teams want Yelich, but the fans are really screaming, wanting the Reds to pull off a deal for Christian Yelich. Now, the Reds are shopping Billy Hamilton, and I don't think that the Marlins are the team that will take him, but I think the Giants are extremely interested in Billy Hamilton. I don't know what they have to give in return, but in that spacious outfield there in their stadium, he could run down some balls that maybe some of the guys they've had before. I mean, Denard Span's no slouch, but he's got several years on Billy, and they're thinking they got somebody with some fresher legs and as much speed as anybody in the game. So don't be surprised if the Reds don't move Billy Hamilton, and we see Jesse Winker playing center field for the Reds next year.
What's the story on Cozart? Coming or going?
The Padres are after Cozart. They would really like Cozart. Padres are an interesting team this year. They're sort of making it clear that they're tired of losing. They pulled off the trade for Headley. They've done some other moves. They're all in on Hosmer. I mean, they really want Hosmer. They've already talked to Will Myers and asked him if he will go back to the outfield. He's been playing first base with the possibility that they might be able to pick up Eric Hosmer as a free agent. So, they're thinking, and they're trying to do everything they can to make themselves good as well. So, last year, if you saw the Padres roster, if you saw their team that they put on the field, I didn't know any of the guys. Will Myers and 8 other guys that you never heard of. But I think they're tired of that. I think they're going out and trying to make some moves. And the Padres are going to be a lot better, I think, already this year. But if they pull off some of these other moves, I don't know if they're ready to compete with the Dodgers. But they will be in at least the middle of that division instead of at the bottom.
Our buddy Joe Vento's arrived. He'll be joining us coming up here in just a few minutes talking Buck sports. We've got football coaching search. We've got recruiting. We've got basketball guys. Lady Bucks got a big game this week, a couple of big games. So Joe's going to cover it as only he can with the Johnson City Press. I want to say hello to Philip Rader, Trish Hutchins, A.T., Tricia Newhouse, Sheila Stamper, Jennifer Johnson, Elizabeth, and Sheila Newhouse, and she's bucking for this $100. She shared this show all over the country, her and Renee McNeil, so thank you, ladies, very much for doing that. 4 trades already in. Before I let you go, we've kind of hit all these, haven't we? Oh, let's talk about Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
This guy gets traded, and now they find out he's got a UCL problem in his arm, which is not good, right?
Well, the Angels, or the team that got him, we haven't even talked about him today. We talked about him last week. and speculated. I thought he might go to the Mariners, but the Angels were able to be the team to pull that out and get Shohei Ohtani. Now, yeah, they do find out he's had some elbow issues. He's had some injections in his elbow with the platelets and those types of things. The Angels don't seem to be too concerned about it, but here's what they're talking about doing. They're talking about having a 6-man rotation next year instead of a 5-man rotation, which would, of course, lighten his load, fewer innings on his arm, and and with the fact that he is a two-way player, that he will be hitting as well as pitching for them, they can do that. They can add an extra player because he's literally going to be taking up one roster spot, but really filling 2 holes.
So did the Angels know this, not care, or is this one of those? We didn't check out everything.
Don't know if they knew it beforehand or not, but but it did come out really early, really as soon as the deal was done, I think. And but they seem to be not very concerned. So we'll see what happens. When you start talking about a pitcher's elbow, I'm always concerned, especially a guy that throws 101 miles an hour. But we'll see what happens with that as the season progresses. But but the 6-man rotation should help.
Talking to our buddy Greg Salyer, we're talking baseball. Coming up, we're talking Buck Sports. We're live here at Chick-Fil-A. Tomorrow will be at Champion Chevrolet. Friday will be at Food City in Blunt Vegas, ready to go there. So, who's out there that we haven't said much about here in closing?
Let's see. Yeah, Hosmer. Like I said, the Padres are kind of after him. I think the Red Sox will be in on Hosmer as well. So I think those are some of the ones we haven't talked about. Moustakas either. Moustakas is a name that I think is going to get some attention as well, especially any team that's looking for a third baseman. Don't be surprised if the Cardinals are in on him if things fall through with Machado.
Hello to Philip Rader. Hello to Renee McNeil. Hello to Max Medicine Mart. Renee McNeil says, I love the show and watch it every day. Thank you very much. Also, Candace Bellamy, who won on Monday. She won a Willow Tree Angel figurine. We were at Max. Don't forget, Santa Claus is going to be there today from 2 till 6. It's not you, is it?
Not me.
2 to 6. Come by and get your picture taken with Santa. Brittany Moore, Linda K. Miller, Jenny Fisher, Sandra Dishner, Joyce Taylor, Doris Housewright, Sheila Stamper, Tammy Roberts, Sandra Dishner, Patricia Clark. I don't know where the guys are. These are all ladies. That's good. Jill Clifton. And that's okay. Hello, Sandra Dishner. Appreciate you all very much being with us here on the show. And again, our buddy Joe Vento coming up here in just a few minutes. So last thing before I let you go, at this point, because you still got today and tomorrow to wrap up winter meetings. So at this point, who has benefited the most from all the trading going on? Would it be the Yankees getting Stanton, Ohtani going to the Angels, or somebody else that's still out there?
I think you got to say the Yankees getting Stanton at this point. This is going to be another coming of Maris and Mantle for the Yankees with Stanton and Judge. So I think they're already acting like they're best friends on social media. So we'll see what happens with that. But just the fact that those guys, one of those guys is going to hit a lot of solo homers, though, because they're going to go back to back a lot.
Oh yeah, and you got to pitch to them because they're going to be 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So
one of them is really going to get pitched to,
and the other one's going to hurt feelings because he's going to get pitched around a lot.
Yeah.
So, you hungry?
I'm hungry.
Judy says, come to her line, and she's going to feed you.
I will do that.
See you next week.
All right, I'll be here.
He's awesome. Quick break. We'll be right back. Our buddy Greg Salyer, we're talking baseball, the Major League Baseball update, and we'll go from that to, guess what? Buck Sports with my man Joe Vento. Are you a Yankees guy? Oh, no wonder he's grinning like a Cheshire cat over there. Stanton's coming to be the Yankees, and maybe Michael Fulmer from Detroit. Maybe Manny Machado from the Orioles. A lot going on between now and tomorrow when they wrap up Winter League meetings. Joe Vento here talking Buck Sports next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Phil Pipkin, owner of Phil's Dream Pit. Do you like smoked turkey? Do you like smoked ham? For your Christmas or New Year's dinner, enjoy a spiral sliced smoked ham or smoked turkey breast smoked right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Smoked hams 9 to 11 pounds at $8.50 a pound. The smoked turkey breast goes from 2 to 4 pounds at $11.49 per pound. Order by Tuesday, December the 19th. Pick up Friday, December the 22nd, or Saturday, December 23rd. Let us take care of your Christmas or New Year's dinner with a smoked turkey breast or spiral smoked ham. Call 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
The 2018 Cal Calendar in now for a limited time at Chick-Fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. A 20th anniversary retrospective titled Steers of Yesteryear, including a card with a wide range of free food offerings across the Chick-Fil-A menu. Only $8 plus tax, but hurry, supplies are limited. Each month gives you the chance to collect free Chick-Fil-A menu items. The offers vary each month, but hurry, supplies are limited. The 2018 Chick-Fil-A Steers of Yesteryear Calendar on sale now at Chick-fil-A at The Crossings in North Johnson City. Back at the Tom Douglas Sports Show, there he is. He joins us. Let me get him on the screen. We've got to get him on the screen so they can see him. Our buddy Joe Avento from the Johnson City Press. Handsome devil that he is. How you doing, Bubba?
Great. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming over. Love having this guy on. What's funny, I got to tell the story. It took me, I don't know, and it was on me, not him. It took me a year and a half to get him on the show. And now once I get him, he's a regular, and he does a phenomenal job. And so
can't get rid of me.
I didn't say that, but no, I love for him to come on and be on the show because we have lots to talk about. I guess since the last time you were here, we have found out that we got a football coach that's going to be replaced at East Tennessee State. So what's the very latest replacing a class act in Carl Torbush?
Well, as you know, last Friday he announced his retirement, but they're in a pretty strong part of recruiting right now, and as they said in the press conference, he's still the coach. He's retired, and they're going to have a new coach. But his contract runs through the end of June. And they said at this point, he's still our football coach until we replace him. So I honestly don't know exactly what that means on the recruiting trail. If the assistants are out still, because there's a new early signing date coming up on December 20th that some people say, at first they thought schools on ETSU's level wouldn't do anything around that time because let's face it, a lot of these kids think they're SEC caliber and they want to go to big schools. Sometimes they kind of settle to come to the FCS schools, but what I heard was that some of these kids that are being recruited by the big schools may find out on December 20th where they actually stand. Say LSU's been showing interest in you, and that signing day comes along, and they don't offer you a scholarship.
Exactly.
Then you might start looking around and signing somewhere else.
And that happens.
So, well, and it might happen like next week.
Yeah.
And right now, ETSU does not have a coach. Like I said, Carl's under contract, but they don't know who they'd be playing for. So I don't know who would sign with ETSU right now before they get a coach. And I spoke with athletic director yesterday, Scott Carter, and he told me that while that date is in his mind and it's kind of an important date, they're not going to be held hostage by any dates to hire, because they don't want to hire the wrong guy just because December 20th is coming up. They'd rather take their time and get the right guy because they're in it for the long run.
Well, December 20th, a week from today, is the early signing period for college football. Again, to refresh your memory, we've always had the traditional first Wednesday in February, but the NCAA last year implemented a new second and earlier signing period, which will be December the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, which is next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And what it is the traditional junior college signing period. That's when the junior college players were allowed to come in, and ETSU the last couple of years has signed 2 or 3 of those guys, and they've kind of gotten them right, because the guys they've signed from junior college have all started and been key contributors. So if they were to miss out on a couple of those guys, that'll set them back a little bit.
I would think that East Tennessee State at this point, rejuvenating the program, Carl Torbush has got on solid footing. I would think it would be a very appealing job for either a guy that's been up, kind of coming down, or a young up-and-comer that's looking for that next step up.
Well, it's a very popular job, I can tell you that from talking to people over there. There's not a lack of interest. A lot of people want this job. Some former ETSU players want the job, who are some of them that are on the staff now, and some of them that are not, that have shown some interest, and some of them with pretty strong resumes. I can't really talk about the names right now.
Let's tease it. He's got an article coming out.
I got an article coming out tomorrow, but I got to go and solidify a few things. But basically, what it is, though, really solidify is kind of a subjective term. I got 7 guys that I have decided are possible candidates. I'm not saying that it's going to be them. I'm not saying it's going to be one. I'm not saying one of them is better than the other. But I just kind of picked my own brain and figured out 7 guys I could think of right off the top of my head that would be strong candidates for this job.
Well, Tennessee did it with Fulmer. They went and got a Tennessee guy to lead the program, so I would be willing to bet that in some way, shape, or form, they're going to be looking for somebody who's got ties to the university and want to come back and not make this necessarily a stepping stone, but to invest their time and their family in Johnson City, because great place to live, great place to work, great place to raise a family. So I would think it's very appealing to a coach.
But they talk a lot about the ETSU family. However, when they brought Torbush in, he was not an ETSU guy. So they're not limiting themselves to that.
That's true.
Because of my list, I think on the list that I've come up with, I think 6 of them have ETSU ties and 1 doesn't.
We're talking to Joe Avento, who's here on the screen, talking Buck Sports. So we'll be waiting for and they're going to take their time to get a new coach. Let's switch gears and talk hoops. I'm looking at the guys' schedule. Let's see. Friday night they're at Xavier.
Saturday night
Xavier. Then Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday next week they'll be at
Tuesday
Detroit.
in Detroit.
Then they have back home Georgia Southern and Christmas, and they open up after Christmas with Tusculum at home, and then they kick into the Southern Conference schedule. So right now, you've been around them. Grade this team A, B, C, or D. What do you think?
Well, remember last time I gave them incomplete.
Yeah.
They're starting to get closer to B and B plus right now, and there's a couple of reasons. When we went up to Fordham, I wasn't that sold on what they were doing on the court, and Bo Hodges, the freshman from Nashville, played 38 minutes up at Fordham, scored 20 points. Now, there's a lot of that comes up with what kind of matchups you get, so you want to see what he can follow that up with. So he followed that up with a 14-point game, and then just the other day, Sunday, he had 18 points in 10 minutes. Of course, it was against an overmatched Hiawassee team, but I think he is very close to becoming the go-to guy on this team as a true freshman. He's got the attitude, the confidence, the build, the athletic ability. all he's got to do is just keep going and keep doing it. The sky's the limit for him. I mean, he scored. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in a college basketball game. They put on this little press, and they threw the ball in. ETSU stole it, threw to Bo. He dunked it. He stole the inbounds pass right under the basket, dunked it. 113 seconds. He had 4 dunks, 2 layups, and a free throw off this press. Scored 13 points in less than 2 minutes. I've never seen anything like that. So anyway, now I think they're on the rise, and it's not solely because of him. I think they're starting to figure out where their strengths and weaknesses are, and I think what we're really finding out is that this Forbes guy really can coach a little bit. He gets the pieces in place, and they've been working since June, so you'd think they'd have it by now. But once they get into the heat of battle, things change, and like Mike Tyson said, anybody has a plan until you get punched in the nose, right? That's the same thing in basketball. It all changes once you start playing other teams, and he's figuring it out. And I think they're going to be able to contend for the Southern Conference Championship. I wasn't sure that. I thought that 2 weeks ago.
Saturday will be a big test. Boy, if they can get up there and go to Xavier in Cincinnati and pull off a W, that'd be huge.
Well,
beat the Musketeers.
It would be huge. They're like ranked in the top 15 last I saw. I think they were 13th last week. They've already beaten Wisconsin, and that's a tough one. That's going to be a tough game.
But they went in. Again, we talked about the Kentucky game back November the 17th. I thought they made a pretty good showing at UK. Led them at one point, lose by 17, but still they didn't get blown out. So, and all this does, as we know, if you're following basketball, this tough non-conference schedule makes you better for the conference.
Well, it sure does, and I mean they're playing Xavier. Detroit might be a game that you expect them to win up there, ETSU, but then they're coming home. Georgia Southern, they're like 8-2 now. I think they're really good. So they got a tough schedule, and it's just like the women's team, which we'll talk about in a second. They have a really tough schedule, and both of those coaches want to get those teams ready for the conference season.
Back in the day when I was doing Marshall on the radio, way back in the day, University of Detroit came to Memorial Fieldhouse in Huntington. Their coach back then was a guy by the name of Dick Vitale. He had a kid on the team, man. He could light it up. Terry Durod. I think he went on to play for the Pistons a little bit, played in the NBA. The guy could light him up. And Dick Vitale, and this is pre-TV commentating days when he was a legitimate coach. He was so animated on the sideline, and the Marshall people just absolutely wore him out, heckling him.
We grew up I grew up in New Jersey. My mom and dad grew up in New Jersey. My dad tells me stories remembering when Dick Vitale was the coach. I think it was Rutherford High School in North Jersey, so he remembers that. He came to Johnson City maybe 20 years ago, and I went out to interview him, and this was back in the days when we still used notepads, and every so often we'd bring out a tape recorder. I made the mistake of going out and interviewing Dick Vitale without a tape recorder. I asked him one question, and he filled up an entire notebook with the answer. We were sitting at a bar in a hotel, and I got a cramp after my first question. He went on and on and on. It was back when he and Jim Valvano were on maybe the Cosby Show together as movers, and he was talking that little cameo appearance was going to be parlayed into a sitcom starring Dick Vitale and Jim Valvano. It never did happen, but I remember writing about that. How cool would that have been?
That would have been very cool. We're talking to our buddy Joe Avento. You see on the screen with East Tennessee State Bucks Sports. Again, Bucks next game Saturday at Xavier, and then Tuesday night next week at Detroit. They'll come back on with the final game before Christmas against Georgia Southern, and that's for the guys. The ladies, they've got a very tough slate coming up. They've got North Carolina State
tomorrow night,
and Michigan State here on Saturday. Will they play that in the Dome or Freedom Hall?
No, that's going to be at Brooks Gym. Yeah, it's
what a home court advantage.
Well, it is, and they beat Cincinnati there. They've only played 3 games at home this year, and they've won them all. And they're playing a lot better than I anticipated this year too. She's got something good going there. They're 6-5. Their 5 losses are all to teams ranked in the top 78 in the RPI, and boy, that's getting them ready for the Southern Conference.
I want to show you the paper. We're big fans of the Johnson City Press, obviously, and we got a new look. And I don't think this is doing it justice. You need to go out and buy one.
We underwent a redesign. It came out yesterday. It's been a year in the planning.
Yeah. So, and I'm not doing a very good job showing the paper, but anyway, our buddy Birchfield on the left, we have him on all the time. Joe's on the show all the time. Yeah, the only guy I've never had on, I got to get him on, is Tanner. I've had Fritz, a regular. You're a regular.
You want to talk running?
Yeah.
You want to talk about running? Tanner,
I don't know anything about running.
Tanner just ran his first marathon a little while back.
Really?
He's won all the races around here, record time. He's a great runner. He's our Cub reporter.
He's a great kid.
Very enthusiastic.
Yes, and he and I met. He traveled down when Elizabeth and played Pigeon Forge in baseball last year in the sectional, and he sat beside me in the press box and
nice kid.
Swapped off notes, and yeah, great kid, Tanner. But he is a runner, and so we got to get him on the show at some point. So the new look, are you pleased with the new look?
Yeah, there was a few aspects about it that I didn't think I would be, and I was. Yeah, I was quite a bit. It's kind of fresh. We've had some public comments about it, mostly positive. One negative phone call yesterday. That lady she basically didn't like it. She wasn't going to take any explanation for an answer. So
well, I mean, what?
I don't know. I wasn't. Phone call wasn't to me. I was only hearing the responses.
Well,
what's interesting is
I don't understand what you don't like about
I don't know, but it's not just a look that we're changing. We're also changing how we write certain things.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can. We're writing stories in different fashions now, hopefully to make them easier, quicker to read, and to keep the reader's attention a little longer.
And it does.
Well, we're hoping so.
It does,
we'll
because
see.
The little, what would you call those?
They're subheads.
Bold headlines?
Yeah. Bold headlines.
What do you call it?
We call them subheads.
Subheads.
Yeah.
Which are these little guys?
We're breaking up the stories into little tidbits.
Which are these little guys right here. So, yeah, it's easier to read instead of one long story. And let's face it, we're in a society we want those quick hits.
Yep.
And so you're getting quick hits. And I like it.
We are. Well, we like it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Of course, I'm a big fan of this guy. Of course, he does a great job. So, let's talk a little baseball. Your Yankees, I know we were talking baseball a few minutes ago. You were grinning like you are now, like a Cheshire cat. But, hey, they've stepped up and opened up their pocketbook, and the Yankees are back.
They are.
They've been back, but this even makes them back.
Well, last year they were kind of the team that everybody wanted to hate but couldn't. But now they're the evil empire again. So, and I've heard that some of these players that are so young have never gone into stadiums and been treated like the enemy, like the old Yankees were. And they're going to be in for a rude awakening because of one transaction, they've gone from a kind of a likable team that's doing it the right way to same old Yankees. And if you know the people who like the team, they'd rather have it that way. I didn't want everybody liking the team. It's fun to have people hate your team and
they go from a maybe they can, in my opinion, to now we're a contender. We're going to get him. They got Judge. They may make some more moves. So I think the Yankees have instantly said, okay, we're back. We're in the
one
hunt.
game away from the World Series last year. And how
Good point.
Stanton comes in and he gave the greatest quote, "I feel sorry for the baseballs," and then Judge kind of agreed with that.
Because they can tattoo those balls. The Judge had how many home runs?
51 or 52. Carl and Stanton had 59, right? I think so. Yeah.
And I saw the gentleman that threw the ball to Roger Maris over in Southwest Virginia passed away.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
I talked to him at a golf tournament a few years ago.
Yeah.
He really didn't like talking about that too much.
He didn't?
Nope. You think about it after a certain amount of time, you would think that at least you're known for something. In fact, I heard Matt Hasselbeck, or maybe it was Tim, one of the ones, on the radio the other day. He had a game in the NFL where his passer rating was 0.00. And he said he was pretty embarrassed about that for a while, but as time went on, at least he was known for something.
Well, this guy, and I just went totally blank, and I shouldn't have brought his name up without having it, but he passed away over in Southwest Virginia. But
Tim Stoddard? No, it's not him.
No, it's not Stoddard.
No. Before him.
Anyway, I apologize. Shouldn't have went down that trail.
You brought it up.
Yes, I did. But, some of these guys, I can always think of Bill Buckner. He will always be remembered. I don't care what he does, letting that ball roll through the wickets for the Red Sox at first base.
Well,
ever.
I mean,
forever.
there's certain plays that are kind of ingrained in your mind.
Yep.
Some are good, some are bad, and unfortunately for Bill Buckner, that's the bad one.
Mazeroski shot her around the – or no, was that Bobby – wait a minute. Which one gives a shot around the world?
Bobby Thompson.
Bobby Thompson.
The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant.
And then Mazeroski.
He hit the home run for the Pirates, right?
For the Pirates, yeah.
Beat the Yankees.
Beat the Yankees, yep. So, anyway, good stuff. What else going on in sports? You covering primarily the Bucks?
Yeah, got a lot of Bucks stuff.
Are you okay with I know we're switching gears on football, but the Vols get Jeremy Pruitt.
Well, I think that was kind of a save, you know. They got a guy that
Yes.
was respected and legitimate. I'd rather go that direction than taking a young guy from the MAC or something that had a good record that you're not sure can handle the SEC. So we'll see. But I think it quieted people down. 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Football, Sean McDonough said, talking about the Tennessee situation, what a mess it's been, and he said to Gruden, he said, you know, you could have saved those people a lot of trouble down there. Gruden just kind of blew that off.
I'm sure. That kind of painted him in the corner, didn't it?
Yeah, speaking of Tanner, he wants to start rumors that ETSU is going to try to get Gruden. He wants to start groomers.
Tanner, my man Tanner, he's hilarious. I want to go back and talk about this article you wrote too before we get out of here. Bucks tough slate will pay off again. The Lady Bucks, they are currently 6-5. 5 losses have been to Tennessee, Notre Dame, Washington State, Houston, and Western Michigan. So again, and she makes a good point. Every team that's beaten us has an RPI of 78 or better, and so she says the bottom line is to play the non-conference, get better for your conference games, and that's what it's all about.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're playing Tennessee and Notre Dame, all of a sudden Chattanooga and Mercer, which are the two best women's team in the SoCon, aren't going to seem so imposing. I mean,
exactly.
They're good, but they're not going to beat Tennessee and Notre Dame in that kind of competition. So you get ready for that conference, and nothing in the Southern Conference will intimidate you.
No, exactly right.
You know, at Carl Torbush's going away press conference, he mentioned Brittany Ezell and called her a football coach. She took that as a great compliment, and she really is. I mean,
she does a good job over there too.
Well, she's intense.
Yeah, she's intense. What do you want to leave us with? Anything? Read the paper.
Tomorrow.
What are you working on?
Tomorrow I'm going to have the coaching search. We're going to talk about what Scott Carter is looking for in the new coach, when he hopes to hire one, which is no timetable. In fact, his quotes directly was, we've not put ourselves on a shot clock. And then maybe 7 candidates who I think would be good candidates. Not nobody that I have any inside information on, but just people off the top of my head that I think would maybe be interested in the job and might do a good job at it.
There you go. You hungry?
Yeah, I'm always hungry.
Yeah, go get you some chicken. Go see Judy over there and get some chicken. And I'm honored to have you come be on my show. You do a great job. Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir. He's awesome. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll close out right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Phil Pipkin, owner of Phil's Dream Pit. Do you like smoked turkey? Do you like smoked ham? For your Christmas or New Year's dinner, enjoy a spiral sliced smoked ham or smoked turkey breast smoked right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Smoked hams, 9 to 11 pounds at $8.50 a pound. The smoked turkey breast goes from 2 to 4 pounds at $11.49 per pound. Order by Tuesday, December the 19th. Pick up Friday, December the 22nd, or Saturday, December 23rd. Let us take care of your Christmas or New Year's dinner with a smoked turkey breast or spiral smoked ham. Call 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
The 2018 Cal Calendar in now for a limited time at Chick-Fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. A 20th anniversary retrospective titled Steers of Yesteryear, including a card with a wide range of free food offerings across the Chick-Fil-A menu. Only $8 plus tax, but hurry, supplies are limited. Each month gives you the chance to collect free Chick-Fil-A menu items. The offers vary each month, but hurry, supplies are limited. The 2018 Chick-Fil-A Steers of Yesteryear Calendar on sale now at Chick-fil-A at The Crossings in North Johnson City. Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Wind this thing down. Let's bring up to a couple of headlines coming up that we have found out. A couple of movements in Major League Baseball. The winter meetings continue. And so the Twins signed ex-Yankee Pineda to a 2-year deal. And also the Rockies added to the bullpen by retaining McGee. So let's pull this up real quick before we get out of here. And compliments from our phone from Sprint. And Twins signed former Yankee pitcher Michael Pineda. Again, 2-year contract, free agent, recovering from Tommy John surgery on his right elbow, performed in July. Might not be able to go this year, but he should be ready for the spring of 2019. His deal's worth $2 million the first year and $8 million for 2019. So he will be is a Minnesota Twin now. Then also you have from the Colorado Rockies, this just in, on the Rockies, if you're a Rockies fan, they re-signed Jake McGee, the left-hand reliever. $27 million over 3 years with a 4th-year option. So Jake McGee stays in Colorado to be coming out of the bullpen for the Colorado Rockies. Canadian Football League Commissioner had a good talk with Johnny Manziel. He still maintains he's going to play football somewhere. And so Manziel may wind up in the Canadian Football League, the CFL, next year as a quarterback for one of the teams there. Before we get out of here again, real quick, an update on West Virginia basketball. Marshall at 7-3, the alma mater. They play Saturday against Ohio University in Huntington. They are 7-3. They won over Toledo their last game out, 93-87. West Virginia, the Mountaineers, ranked in the country, of course. They defeated Pittsburgh Saturday, 69-60. Their next game is going to be coming up a week from tonight against Coppin State in Morgantown. The Mountaineers at 9-1. Marshall at 7-3 right now. So both West Virginia teams, back where I'm from, doing well right now. We have a good pocket of folks watching, listening to the show in West Virginia. We appreciate that. Mountaineers ranked, 11th in the country? Is that right? Let me double check here. I want to make sure I'm not saying something incorrectly. Let's find the polls here real quick. I want to make sure I'm right. I should already had that, but I don't. So, AP Top 25. Yep, West Virginia 11th in the country, jumped 7 notches from last week. So the Mountaineers ranked 11th, off until a week from tonight against Coppin State in Morgantown. And Marshall playing on Saturday against Ohio University. They're 7-3. Mountaineers 11th in the country at 9-1. And that is a look again at West Virginia basketball for today. Hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Appreciate our guest today, Jeremy Livesey from Movement Mortgage, talking the NBA. Also, Greg Salyer, the Major League Baseball update. Lots going on in the winter meetings. We'll have more for you tomorrow. We'll be live at Champion Chevrolet with our show tomorrow, show number 654 from Champion Chevrolet tomorrow. Got a full slate loaded for Bear tomorrow. And then also want to say thanks to just now our buddy Joe Vento, covering the East Tennessee State Buccaneers from the Johnson City Press. So Appreciate all these gentlemen very much. And, of course, right here at Chick-fil-A, one more time, we want you to qualify to win tickets to the Chick-fil-A Bowl on New Year's Day in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It'll be Auburn against Central Florida. How do you do that? You can call 952-0031 and place a mobile carryout order. You can call 952-0031 and get a catering order, including trays. And also, other ways to enter can be found on Facebook or Instagram at CFAJC. CFAJC, Chick-fil-A, Johnson City. Again, or call 952-0031. We'll give those away, again, a week from today here at noon on the show at Chick-fil-A. So, for Connie and Tim Birchfield and all the folks at Chick-fil-A and our guests, Jeremy Livesey, Greg Salyer, and Joe Vento, this is Tom Taylor again, wrapping up show number 653. We'll rejoin you tomorrow. Again, we'll be live at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile, Johnson City. Until then, for all of our guests, and again for the King of Kings and Lord of Lords who runs his show, the Lord Jesus, this is his show. Don't forget, Will Graham, circle your calendar, April the 27th, 28th, and 29th at Freedom Hall here in Johnson City. It'll be a 3-day revival with Will Graham, the grandson of Billy Graham. And can't wait. We're going to have him on the show very soon. Got some folks coming on from The Light over in Black Mountain, North Carolina, the Christian radio station. Going to let them call in and talk to us a little bit. Tomorrow, Niswonger Children's Hospital got a really cool guy coming, Michael Bates. He has a young man, a son who uses the services of Niswonger here in Johnson City. Of course, we're raising money for the gala, selling tickets to the gala. It's will be coming up on January 27th next month, again at the venue in downtown Johnson City. And so we'll get a chance to talk about the gala tomorrow with the Mountain States Health Foundation's Tiffany Willis. Michael Bates will be there. Got some other folks lined up and ready to go, so it's going to be fun. And we'll be at Champion Chevrolet tomorrow, broadcasting live here, show number 653 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, till we re-greet you tomorrow from Champion Chevrolet, we'll tell you as always, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for giving us a listen, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. So long, everybody.